Hi guys, welcome back to another video. You don't know it's Stems here. Thank you guys so much for coming back to another video. If it's your first video here guys, you know what to do. Hit that subscribe button right down below, smash a like on the video and drop a comment guys. So what am I doing today guys? I'm gonna be driving through one of the richest communities here in Grande Prairie, right? Now as an immigrant guys, this is one of our dreams to be able to live in one of these communities, right? There's a number of these communities in and around Grande Prairie where the echelons of society actually lives. Now, if you guys see me driving through your community, I know rich people get pretty sensitive when they see car driving around. Please don't call the cops on me. I'm literally just trying to show the Canadian dream for all my fellow immigrants who's thinking of coming to Grande Prairie. Now, if you guys see the houses in these videos and you guys like it, please smash a like on the video. Drop a comment. Let me know if there's anywhere in Grande Prairie you want me to go and show you guys. And I'll definitely go there. Anyways, guys, come on. We're going on the road. Guys, guess who's driving? It's nuts. Say hi, babes. Hi. Keep your eye on the road. Keep both hands on the steering. What you doing? You're not an expert yet, babes. Focus. Yeah guys, so we are here. That was a good drive, right? Especially like if you enjoyed seeing those clips, by the way. That is not the richest community in Grande Prairie. There's a community that's actually richer than that one, but right there is the pinnacle of what I'd say would be on the echelons of Grande Prairie. Now, personally, I would love to own a house in one of those places. What do you think, babes? Would you like one of those houses?
I would like it, but I think I want a bigger one.
Anyways, not such want a bigger house, so I guess I have to make it happen. But anyways, guys, a lot of you guys are always reaching out to us about housing pricing in Grande Prairie. Now, if you are one of those persons, please smash a like on this video, because we're going to attempt to just give you guys a breakdown of what that looks like, right? Both what it costs you to buy a house, in our own humble opinion, of course, and also rental pricing and just renting a property, what it looks like, determining if an apartment is better for you or if a house is better for you as well, right? Now, if you haven't already subscribed to our channel, please do so. Now we'll give you a second to do that.
Yep.
Thank you guys so much for subscribing. Now what you get here, guys, is Canadian content. We share our experience living in Canada as immigrants, predominantly Grande Prairie, Alberta. Now, Grande Prairie is a town located 5.5 hours north of Edmonton. It's known as it's a part of the Peace County, and it's located on the Alaskan Highway. So Grande Prairie Highway takes you straight to Alaska, in other words, right? Now, Grande Prairie is a growing community, right? A population currently hovering anywhere a little bit beneath 70,000 in the city, but in the county, you're looking upwards of 250,000 people. Now, it's a very fast-growing community, predominantly known for the oil field. There's a lot of oil field businesses here. And more and more every day, there's a lot more immigrants coming here. A lot more persons who look like us are in the city. There's a lot of Filipinos, a lot of Indians, and a lot of different multinationalities that find Grande Prairie to be their home. Now, with that being said, is Grande Prairie a very good place to live in terms of cost of living, house speaking wise? No, I would say so, in my opinion. What would you say?
I think it's a good place to start out. To basically keep money in your pocket plus to live in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's to keep money in your pocket.
Yeah.
So that's a very good point as well. I'm not talking about that in this video, but the cost of living is pretty low in the city, meaning you earn enough to cover your bills. Now, for housing, if you're gonna rent a house, you're gonna depend what type of house you want to rent, because there's different type of housing, right? So you have a townhouse, which is a smaller house. You have what is called duplexes, which is like four-sided duplex or two-sided duplex, where it's like a mini, kind of like condominium, kind of like mini apartment, but just like four sides on the duplex or two sides on the duplex. So you actually have duplex that's actually top and bottom duplexes. So you can look into those as well if it is that you want to rent a house. Now, it depends on the type of house. The pricing will really reflect that. Now, in our research, when we were looking at different places to live in December, we noticed that townhouses and duplexes seems to be a little bit cheaper than the actual
house itself. Like,
I shouldn't say actual house, because there are houses too, but like the non-duplexes and the non-townhouses seems to be a little bit more expensive. And that's probably because there's some element of sharing that takes place in a duplex and in some of them.
Yeah.
And townhouse is pretty much typically small, right? So the pricing can range anywhere between, from our research, anywhere from $1,200 Canadian dollars upward to probably $1,800. I've never seen a duplex or a townhouse cost more than $1,800.
No.
Unless it's premium, mint. I'm sure there probably is, but we haven't seen it. So if you're thinking of coming to Grande Prairie and you don't mind living in a duplex where you share
it's not all the time you share, so
yeah, it's not in all cases, yeah, you can look on that budget, $1,200 to $1,800. You should be fine. Now, if you have a large family and a large budget and you decide that, hey, I want to rent a house, that's fine also, but it's gonna cost you more, right? Now, the housing prices, based on what we have noticed, has been going up a little bit. There's a slight increase in rental costs for housing, period, in Alberta, and it has definitely affected Grande Prairie. Now, to rent in Grande Prairie is nowhere as expensive to rent in Calgary or probably so Edmonton. Worse in other provinces like Ontario, Nova Scotia, British Columbia. It's still relatively cheap, but it's getting a little bit expensive, if you know what I mean. Now, to rent a house, like, to put things into context, we had a 3-bedroom, but we rented a 5-bedroom house, 2 bathrooms, 2 years ago, and that cost us $1,650, right? So typically that was a bargain, I think, because the housing pricing right now, the minimum you can get a house like that for right now seems to be anywhere between 1,700 to 2,500, depending on the amount of rooms you want, the amount of bathrooms, or even where it's located in the city. Housing that's located close to downtown seems to be a little bit cheaper than if it's located on the outskirts. So you want to get that in mind if you're thinking of coming to this beautiful city, right? Now, apartments.
Apartments. Depending on how much rooms you want. Yeah.
No, apartments is very subjective to a number of factors. Now, somebody sent me a message, hey, what are apartment costs in Grande Prairie? Now, that's a very broad question. And the reason why that's a very broad question is it depends on where it's located, depends on the amount of rooms there are, and also depends on the quality of the apartment. Now, you have some apartment, I'm not gonna lie, really rundown. You have some rundown apartment here as well. Don't feel like because it's in Canada, everything is in good condition.
Yeah.
You have rundown apartment as well. Because, like, as you guys know, that we typically usually do settlement services where we go around and look at different apartments for persons who are coming here and they don't have anybody here. We do that at a cost, of course. So if you're coming to Grande Prairie and want somebody to do that for you, link us up, all right? But we have seen some apartments that we have to tell persons, don't take that. we have definitely seen that. And those apartments are the apartments that typically go for cheaper, right? So don't just look for an apartment because of it seems cheaper. Look also on what you're getting, right? Now, in saying that, the average cost for an apartment, a one-bedroom apartment can cost you anywhere between $700 to $1,100 average. Now, some might be a little bit more, or you might be able to get some for a little bit less. Depends on your bargaining skills and what's available at the time, and also what you're willing to settle for. Bear that in mind. Now, for a 2-bedroom and 3-bedroom apartments, it's gonna be a little bit more expensive. I've never seen a 2-bedroom apartment cost less than $1,100. Have you?
No, I've not. And bearing in mind also, like, apartments that cost 13 and going up, sometimes you get utilities included. Everything.
Yes.
Everything, light, water, internet. No, not internet.
Not internet.
Yeah.
So the average cost for a 2 or 3-bedroom apartment, I'd say, is anywhere between $1,100 to probably $1,800, depending again on where it's located, the quality of the apartment, the amenities that you get with the apartment. Some apartments have gym access. Big up to the apartment, by the way. Some apartments even have pool. Some apartments have underground parking without it. Some have underground parking with it. Some you have a parking style which is not underground. Some don't even give a plug-in style. So it depends on what you want, right? That will drive the cost for the apartment. Now, what I would like to say to anybody who's coming here on a limited budget, right? Living in an apartment sometimes can be challenging depending on the apartment, because some apartments you have in-suite laundry, while some apartments you have laundry on the first floor, and some apartments you don't even have laundry. Some apartments you have to take it to a laundromat. So you want to make sure that you're doing all of those checks before deciding on where to live, because getting a roof over your head is very important, but there's a lot of inconveniences that can derive from choosing the wrong apartment. So you want to definitely take that into consideration as well. Do you want to pay $800 for an apartment, but you have to take your clothes to a laundromat every week? Super inconvenient. Let me just say that. Do you want to pay $1,000 for an apartment, but you have to wonder if your car will start in the morning? We went dark, we went rogue. And then wonder if your car is going to start in the morning because it's been out all night and everything is frozen up because you're unable to plug in a car because there's no power style. So you have to determine what is most important to you, right? Now, for us, I would say if you want to save money, an apartment is the best option.
Yes. Save some money. Light included or water included. Make sure something is included. you save you save you a lot of money.
Save a whole lot of money, right?
Yeah.
So coming in as new immigrants, you want to definitely look at an apartment as, you know, your first point of contact. It actually saves you a lot of money because, of course, power bill and gas bill is a lot more expensive when you live in a house. Water is a lot more expensive when you live in a house. Everything is more expensive when you live in a house. But in an apartment, as Nat said, you might be able to get an apartment where something is included in your rent. Something's included or everything is included, right? Some apartments, power, heat, gas, water is included. Some apartment just heat and water is included. Vice versa, straight across the board. So find what works better for you. Now, with that being said, guys, I really hope that this kind of put things into context for you. Also, if you're coming by yourself, thinking of living on campus, actually save more money if you live actually on the college campus. If you're coming as an international student, explore that, right? Now, I really hope that we were able to answer some questions in this video, guys. Of course, we're just talking from our own experience. If you are seeing this video and you are in Grande Prairie and you are from like a rental company, and you guys do open houses or whatever, you guys can definitely reach out to us. We'll be more than happy to come in and, you know what, see what you guys have to offer, show it to other persons who are thinking of coming here in Grande Prairie so that they can know what are their options, and who knows, they're probably interested in your property, right? So link us up, guys. Our email is always in the video description right down below. We are on Instagram, we are on Facebook, we are on TikTok, and we're up on YouTube, so you know where to find us, guys, right? Smash a like on this video if we were able to answer your questions, and definitely subscribe to our channel if you like this kind of information. And if there's any content that you guys want us to do in and out, like for example to show you more about Grande Prairie, not just about Grande Prairie but also about our experience here in Canada, we'd be happy to share it. Drop it in. So with that being said, guys, thank you so much for watching this video all the way to the end. See you guys in what?
Next video.
Big up on yourself.